Hello and welcome to the Yorkshire Gardener's how-to video for today. You may have seen one of my other videos about planting onions in trays. Well, they've only been in the trays for about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. So it's now time, ready to plant them out. So I'm going to be showing you about planting them out in the ground, how far to plant them apart and in their rows, and how far to plant them apart in columns as well, because the spacing is quite critical if you're wanting to grow them, and obviously leave space for you to weed in between them as well, because you don't want the weeds growing in between the onions, because they will take all the life away from the onions, stopping them from getting big, and we do want big onions, because then you get more for your plant really. So yeah, let's see what we're doing today. So these are my onions, what I started in trays. Look at the size of them, the shoots. They are now ready to plant out and in a perfect condition, ready to go in the ground. The shoots are massive, so hopefully the birds won't peck at them as much. The reason why I plant them in the trays is because pigeons and birds, squirrels, like to pull the bulbs up and just keep pulling them up, and you're further putting them back in again, pulling them up, putting them back in again, unless you've got them fully netted to stop that from happening. So let's get outside and ready to plant them in my bed. So last week I prepared this bed all ready for putting my onions in. It's all painted, might need another coat in a bit, but it's all looking good, ready to plant out my onions in. Right, so now we are ready to plant them out in the ground. They're looking all good. So, right, what you need to do is you need to plant them about 5 inches apart, which is about 12.5 centimetres. So, I've got a little twig about the right length, so that I know how far away to plant them from. You need to think of the plant as leaf plants rather than as roots. So what I'm going to do is just grab my first one, nice and healthy. Look at that, all good. I've just got a little dibber. You don't need to plant them deep, you only need to plant them about 1 inch deep altogether. So just get my little dabber. I'm going to take off some of these roots because I don't need them all, and just pop it underneath. So then I get my little measuring stick so that I know it's the right distance apart. Pop my next little hole in, and continue. Look at the roots on that one. I don't need all them roots. Take them off. So just pop that into the little hole. Pop it round just like that. And then we continue all the way down the row, leaving about 12.5 centimetres to 5 inches apart. So I've got the first row in, so it's now on to planting the next row. So the distance you want to leave your next row is about 12 to 18 inches. This gives it plenty of space for growing, and so that you can keep them weeded. That's about 30 centimetres. So I've got another stick about 30 centimetres long to put in between each plant to grow my next one. So let's do the next row. So that's the onions all planted. There's 40 of them in. I've still got another 3 trays, so I'm going to have to do another bed of them I think, but not today. So next up is to get the food on. So I've got some food down, just some chicken pellet. So next thing is to water them. So they're all watered now, so next thing is to add protection to them. We don't want them getting eaten, so they're all netted up now and protected until they get a bit bigger. So that's them done. So thank you for watching today's how-to video on about how to plant onions out, how far to leave them apart, and how far the rows need to be apart. It's quite vital that you do stick to those sort of rulings, so that you do leave enough space for you to be able to weed and also for the bulbs to grow to a big size. So that is how you grow onions outside. So make sure you click that subscribe button to stay tuned on more videos getting posted. Also give it that like so that I can see that you've watched it and that you've enjoyed it, and also leave a comment below to say if you found it useful and if you are using these tips and advice. So thank you for watching, and until next time, keep gardening.